Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Pisces connection reading. And this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to get some cards down the middle. See what's going on between All right, that one went flying out. We have past life relationship. So you have known each other before. So this could be if you're in union or you may not be in union. So past life relationship, you have known each other before. So I feel like there's a strong connection between the two of you, possibly because of this past life connection. All right, we have be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. So I feel like it's being in the now, but also, I don't know, I feel like maybe, I'm not sure if you're in union or not. But if you are, I definitely feel that there's a strong connection between the two of you. All right, this one here. Time, you are trying too hard, give it time. Maybe that's what's going on, is that the two of you are struggling. But it's almost like you're trying too hard, right? Trying to force something, trying to make something happen that isn't quite ready to happen. All right, let's get some tarot here. Let's see what's going on with Pisces. All right, we have the Five of Wands. We have the Six of Swords. Oh, Pisces wants some change. Pisces heading towards some change. Capricorn. Eight of Pentacles. Hangman. Seven of Wands. All right. Three of Swords. All right, let's see what else is going on here with Pisces. I feel like Pisces wants change. Pisces is thinking about change. I feel like something's been gnawing at Pisces. Something's been eating at you. Something's been bothering you. Something's been bugging you. Something's been irritating you. It's causing you to think back and forth about what it is that you want to do in this relationship. All right. Let's see. The Whip. Conflict and arguments. I feel like the two of you are battling each other. I feel like you're going back and forth. We've got this Five of Wands over here. We've got the Whip over here, which represents conflict and arguments. I almost feel like the two of you are at each other's throats or something. I don't know. I feel like that for some reason I'm just feeling like you're both really angry at each other. That something has bothered both of you. But I kind of feel like you're both feeling a certain way about the other person, but yet I feel like neither one of you has really stepped up to the plate and explained exactly what's bothering you. I feel like it's kind of this surface thing that nobody really wants to step up to the plate and say what's truly bothering them. What else is going on with Pisces here? Eating away. I feel like something's eating away at Pisces. We have the Seven of Wands, we have the Page of Swords, and we have the Chariot. I feel like with the Page of Swords, it's saying it's time to handle this difficult situation and stand up. The Page of Swords is looking right at this Seven of Wands and saying, stand up for, I guess you can't really see. I hate that the light glares on it. Sorry. Let's just move this a little bit. There we go. The Page of Swords is staring right at this Seven of Wands, and I feel like it's time for you to stand up for yourself, Pisces. I feel like it's time to handle this difficult situation. I feel like there's something on your mind. I feel like there's something that's eating away at you, and I almost feel like instead of you talking about the situation to Capricorn and saying what's bothering you, you've been holding it in and you've been keeping it in. And because you've been doing that, it's causing this reaction. It's causing this friction because Capricorn is responding to Pisces' frustration. And then Pisces is responding to Capricorn's frustration. It's almost like the two of you are going back and forth, but it's almost like the same thing. We have the Ace of Cups. We have temperance, patience, compromise, feelings, emotions. I feel that Capricorn is holding on to something. Capricorn's holding on to this Three of Swords, whatever the Three of Swords represents, whether this is something from the past or this is something that Pisces has done that you're reacting to, and it's really bothering you and it's building up. You both have a lot of tensions that's building up between the two of you. I definitely feel that without a doubt. And I just feel like the communication skills are just, the communication is not here. And I feel that Capricorn is holding on to this Three of Swords and it's creating friction between the two of you. Capricorn, you need to figure out what it is that you want to do with this relationship. You have to say, do I want to work on this relationship with Pisces? Do I want to get past this? If I want to get past this, you have to face the Three of Swords. What is this Three of Swords? What does this represent to you? You have to work on this. You have to acknowledge it. You have to bring it to the forefront. You have to work through it. I also feel like there has to be some communication between the two of you. I definitely feel that there is a blockage of communication. I feel that the two of you have a connection. I feel like there's a strong connection. And it could be that you're trying too hard to not say anything because you feel like you don't want to stir the pot, but I almost feel like you're both stirring the pot, even though like you don't want to say things to hurt somebody or you don't want to cause friction. But I almost feel like by you not doing that, it's creating what it is that you don't want to have happen. I definitely feel that you both have things on your mind, that you're both going through things, that you're both are hurt in some way, and I feel like it's just building up towards each other and it's becoming bigger and bigger. Capricorn has to figure out what you want to do with this relationship. Do you want a new relationship? Do you want a compromise? Do you want a reconciliation? Do you want to work through this? How do you get, Capricorn needs to get yourself in an emotionally good state, because I feel emotionally you're not there, Capricorn. I also feel like temperance represents compromise. It represents working it out. It represents working on things, being patient, giving it time, give it time. That represents temperance. And then we have King of Cups. There's something that you need to let go of. So some things that you need to let go of. Are you keeping all of those mental, are you keeping a mental scorecard against Pisces? And by keeping that mental scorecard, it's, even though you may feel that it's something to your advantage, it's energies that you're keeping within yourself that is creating conflict between you and Pisces. That it's building this wall between you and Pisces. And that's something that you have to realize, and that's something that you have to work on. Yes, any type of relationship, if this is a family member or a friend or a partnership, that we're going to have those things. That person's going to do things to irritate you and make you mad and make you feel hurt and make you feel frustrated. But you're also going to do those things towards that other person, and they're going to have those things too. And if you hold all those things in and you're keeping that scorecard, then that's just going to create a problem. It's going to create an even bigger problem. So you have to decide, is this a relationship that I want to work on? Do I want to get past this? I need to get myself into an emotionally good place here. I need to turn things around. I need to release the Three of Swords, and I need to let go of this conflict and arguments. What is the conflict and arguments about? What is it truly about? Pisces has got stuff over here too that Pisces wants to deal with. Pisces wants to stand up for you both have the Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself, right? Expressing how you feel. When you have this conversation, I feel like you also have to keep that open mind to even if the other person says something that you feel is not right for you, to you, or you don't understand it, or you feel like, well, why are you feeling that way? You shouldn't feel that way. That you have to acknowledge that that's that person's truth. That you have to acknowledge that that is how that person is feeling, and they have the right to feel that way, and that you may not agree with it, but you understand it, and you're truly hearing what that person has to say. That's their truth, whether you agree or you disagree, and to understand that and to truly hear that, and to not always trying to get one up on the other person and you know what I mean, and keep a score. No more scorecards, because that's going to cause some problems. That's going to cause some friction. But that's what you have to decide. If you want to keep your scorecard, then it's just going to create more friction. But if you say, hey, I want to work on this relationship, I want to move forward, I want things to be smoother, I want things to be better, what is it that I truly want? What do I need to let go of? Right? What do I need to work through? Having that conversation, truly listening to the other person and accepting how they feel. You can't go in it putting the other person on the defense, because then it's just going to create even more problems. We have poised. Getting yourself ready for the conversation, right? Poise, you're ready to go. But I feel like you have to figure out what you want. Each of you has to figure out what you want within yourselves, and what you want this relationship, and how do you want this relationship to look, and how do you want this relationship to be? Is there a strong enough connection to where you want to work through this situation or not? Or keep things the way they are, or move on? Those are some tough questions. Poise, I feel like it's getting yourself ready for what is it that you want to have? Where do you want to move from here? Recognizing, okay, yeah, you know what? I am holding on to a lot of things. I am keeping a scorecard. There is stuff that I have to deal with. Seeing things from a different perspective and taking a closer look at, yeah, am I holding on to Three of Swords energy and keeping a scorecard? What's been building up? What is that? Yeah, broken heart. I almost feel like you both have broken hearts. I feel like you're both hurt. I feel like you both care about each other, but I feel like you both have broken hearts, right? There's a crack between the two, right? That you've both been hurt. But the question is, how do you move on from here? What do you truly want? What are you willing to work on and to put through? Attachment. Attachment to what? I feel like it's attachment to this Three of Swords. And then we have blossoming abundance, turning things around to blossoming abundance, helping the garden grow. How do you, if you want this relationship to grow, if you want this love to grow, how do you turn that around to make this grow instead of stomping it out? What's the negativity? Mask. Who's wearing a mask? Who's pretending? Are you both pretending that everything's okay, but really inside you feel trapped, or there's negativity around you? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself, and then you have to come together and you have to communicate. But again, as I said before, making sure that you recognize that whatever the other person has to say, that that's their truth, and to not acknowledge that, because that's not what resonates with you, if that makes sense. All right, lots for you to think about here, lots for you to work on, but I feel the most important thing is that if you see this, if this makes sense, and you acknowledge it and it understands, and that light bulb goes off and you're like, you know what, you're right. I am holding on to stuff. I am keeping a scorecard. I do have stuff that I want to talk about. I am trying to, sugarcoat things, but there is something that's eating away from me. There is something that's bothering me, and I do want to work on this relationship. But acknowledging that and then moving forward, that's the first step, is realizing that. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.